So is the screen visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so before I go with the sheet, I'm sharing my board with you people. We'll have an introduction to this first, and then we will start with the sheet. So, how many of you don't have any idea about statement assumption? The ones who have no idea about it. I mean, just raise your hands or else type in the chat box so that I could know how much or to whom I need to address ideally. Because maximum students have done this topic previously, but not this type of. So the questions we are going to do today would be different from any type of questions which would have been done in anywhere in the past. Okay, so around 5-7 students are there who have no idea about statement assumption. So for them, I'll talk about it. See, there is a hidden word which is assumption. What is the word there? Assumption. So to tell you anything about assumption, if I begin with, so there are few properties, there are few characteristics about assumptions, and what are they? One is this, that assumption, it comes from the word uh, assume, right? So what we can assume. So it says what we can assume, what could be assumed or rather from the given statement. So assumption comes from the word assume, and this means it's a kind of a thought which connects you, thought which connects the premise to the statement. So what is a premise and what is a conclusion? I will just spend 1 minute on this, and otherwise to make it very simpler, to make it very easy, I can rather say that assumption is what? Assumption is जो सोचा जाता है, जो सोचा जाता है, सोचा जाए कब सोचा जाता है, कब सोचा जाता है, जो सोचा जाता है किसी भी स्टेटमेंट को, what is being thought, what is being thought when, before releasing, before releasing the statement. So anything which would have been thought before releasing the statement is an assumption, is an assumption. So the ones who are doing it for the first time, please let me know if it is clear or if you are gaining something out of it. Are you understanding, students?
Yes,
So have you
yes,
got
ma'am.
any idea? Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, so once again, I'm going to talk about it. See, assumptions are what? They are something what is being assumed. जो सोचा जाता है, कब सोचा जाता है, किसी statement को बोलने से पहले. So this means, for instance, for example, एक गर्ल है, वो पढ़ाई कर रही है और पढ़ाई करते समय उसको कोई प्रॉब्लम होती है, तो शी calls her mother, right? So she calls her mother. So when she calls her mother, because she was facing some problem, so what was being assumed by her? What was being assumed by her? Anybody would like to answer? The ones who are doing it for the first time, especially I'm explaining this simpler thing for you people. So if a girl is studying, she's studying, this is her book, she's studying, she finds some issue while studying. The issue could be any external issue or the internal issue. That's not a matter of thing here. But the thing is, if a girl is facing some issue and she shouts and call her mother, so what is being assumed by her while she called her mother?
That her
That
mother
her
will
mother will help her.
Yes,
It is
yes. Let
assumed
me,
that her problem is solved by her
yeah,
mother.
Ayushi. Yeah, very good. Mahima, you answer now.
Ma'am, the same.
The same said by Ayushi. Aditya, do you have any other opinion or the same as Ayushi's and Mahima's?
I'm same.
Same, yeah. So see, simply it is what? that, you know, if she is calling her mother, she is expecting, she is assuming that she will come and help her in resolving the issue. This is what is being assumed by her. Now, yeah, absolutely, Shrishti Gupta. Thank you so much. Right answer. So see, similarly, in case of this assumption, the definition, the set format definition which I have given you was the same, that it is a thought, or you can say a line of thought. What a line of thought? A line of thought. एक सोच जो क्या करती है, that connects, किससे connect करती है? Premise से. Premise मतलब कि वो पढ़ रही थी. Premise मतलब वो पढ़ रही थी. Premise is what? Premise any kind of information being given to you. It's also known as data, and it's also known as fact, right? So right now, only this you need to understand. And once we will start with critical reasoning, that is CR, I will tell more about premise to you, right? So for now, anything which is provided to you as a set of information acts as a premise. And एक thought जो पढ़ने में दिक्कत हो रही थी, और जो action उसने लिया, और उसने जो किया, कंक्लूजन जो उसने किया कि उसने मदर को बुलाया, इन दोनों को जो आपस में कनेक्ट करता है, that becomes the assumption. And my dear students, assumption is something which is never ever explicitly stated. This means that assumptions क्या होती हैं? Explicitly लिखी हुई, कही हुई नहीं होती. This means assumptions are hidden. Assumptions are hidden. Assumptions are hidden. Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very well. Right. So let me go to one more example. Shall I clear the screen? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened in between. Okay, आवाज नहीं आ रही थी बीच में? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please keep giving this confirmation, because I think in between it missed out. Okay, anyway, so I was asking, shall I clear the screen? You said, I guess, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just one example for Aditya, Hardik, and maybe Mahima, and for all those who have raised their hands. Because after this example, we will be moving to the sheet, and sheet will offer you a kind of questions which would have been asked by the examiner, that is in the exam format. So to go to that level, I'm just quoting one simple example to you to allow you to understand what is an assumption. If I say, students, through an example that it is raining. Through an example, if I say it is raining, and then I say the buses or the bus will come late. So this means through this example, through this statement, through this line, that it is raining, the bus will come late. What is it all about? We will understand four things here. One is premise, other is argument, and other is assumption. That is the main part of the topic today. And the next one would be your conclusion. Okay, so I'll quickly take you through the same. See, anything acts as a information. I told you, so set of information is what, students, is known as premise in the CR or logical reasoning language. So what we can also call it as an information, as a data, any statistics provided to us, anything which can be verifiable, right? This all becomes or makes it to be a premise. So what is premise here, everyone?
It is raining.
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 Absolutely right.
Ma'am, I'm facing problem. I'm not getting it.
Who is facing problem? Satyam.
Satyam, yes.
What from Satyam? Tell me.
Ma'am, I'm not getting the main concept that what are the
You are
basic
not
queries.
getting the concept. Satyam, are you a new student?
Yes,
In which batch you are enrolled?
weekend batch, I guess 2.
Okay, no problem, Satya. Don't worry. Let me explain everything again right from the beginning. Okay, just be with me for next 2 minutes, and I believe things will be clear to you. So once again, I'm just recalling everything, and it's good finally that I've taken this example. Otherwise, I was about to skip this. See what we are doing today, and the ones who are already aware of this topic, please stay tuned. Do not leave the class in between, because what we're going to do next is very important for today. Okay, and for each one of you, because probably what I feel that students really face problem in attempting questions based on statement and assumptions, and then their logical reasoning section is automatically affected. So see, Satyam, this is for you, especially from Ria to Satyam. See, we are doing statement and assumption. This is the name of the topic. This is the name of the topic, and this topic lies under verbal logic section of English. This topic lies under verbal logic section of English. What I mean to say that if you are preparing for any entrance like law or CAT or any entrance, for instance, if I say tenses belongs to which area? Satyam, tenses किस area का topic है? हाँ?
Grammar,
ग्रामर, एब्सोल्युटली राइट। जैसे कि ये ग्रामर का टॉपिक है टेंसेस, सिमिलरली स्टेटमेंट अजम्पशन किसका टॉपिक है सत्यम?
verbal logic.
Verbal logic, absolutely right. And the name says verbal logic. So verbal means that verbal here is English and logic here is reasoning. Logic here is reasoning. So to do these questions which are based on verbal logic section, you need to apply logic and reason in English. Okay. So the topic is statement assumption. What type of questions we get here? We will be provided with a statement. We will be provided with a statement. The statement will be followed by some assumptions. Aditya, I think it would be helpful for you also, and for Mahima and others as well, right? Not only Satyam, but take this, look at this. This is
Okay, ma'am,
important
sure.
for you. Yeah. Did anyone called me just right now from this batch? I got a call, so probably it could be anyone, any one of the students, right? So I have not attended that. So this is statement assumption, right? Vranda, why you are joining so late? Even Vrand joined late.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was the person who called you around 2:30.
Around?
Around 2:30, like after that, the first class was over.
Okay, Satyam or Aditya?
Ma'am Aditya.
No, Aditya, I know I got a call from your number and your number is already saved with me. No issues, but I couldn't make it possible to talk to you because I was occupied, right? No, right now I got a call, and that's why I was informing that if someone is calling, so I won't be able to take it right now. If someone is among you, Vranda, Shivam, still people are joining the session. Okay, so quickly understand this. We have to move on to the sheets also. So Satyam, please pay attention. Like tenses belongs to grammar, statement assumption belongs to verbal logic, right? Other than that, I told you that the question would look like there would be statement followed by probably two assumptions. Assumptions means that it will offer you some set of information and then कहेगा कि इससे क्या अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने कहा कि the girl shouted and called her mother. So what could have been assumed if there were options given to you, like for instance, there is first option given to you that mother will not come, right? Let me consider that only. Tanvi, why late? You have to respond, Tanvi. I can hear. Mother will.
I'm sorry.
आपसे पूछ रही हूँ बेटा, आप लेट क्यों हो गए?
Mom, actually, I was stuck in traffic. I just came
Oh.
home.
Okay, okay, no problem. अब राइटिंग थोड़ा मेसी हो गया है, पर प्लीज स्पेस के अकॉर्डिंग मैंने इसको कर दिया है सेट. So we have spoke about the example that girl was studying and she shouted and called her mother, right? So through this statement, Satyam, इस statement को होते हुए assumption क्या बनेगी? Question क्या है कि assumption क्या बनेगी? तो assumption क्या बनेगी कि mother will come, mother आएंगी उसकी आवाज सुन के या मदर नहीं आएंगी? सत्यम बताइए, आपको क्या लगता है कि अज्यूम क्या किया गया होगा, क्या सोचा गया होगा?
Mother will come.
मदर वेलकम. देखिए सत्यम बिल्कुल सही है आप, और मैं आपको बता दूं दैट व्हाई वी विल लुक फॉर एन ऑप्शन talking a positive that mother will come. We will look for the positive option just because we don't do anything, or none of us will do anything with the negative expectation. Like for instance, you are joining this class today, you are here today, other 44 students are joining this class right now at present. So all of them joined, all of them come together for this session. They logged in just because they were expecting me to be here and teaching them something valuable. If they would have thought कि मैम आज नहीं आएंगी तो वो नहीं आते. समझ रहे हैं? लाइफ में हम जो भी करते हैं मोस्टली, यूजुअली, जनरली वी डू इट विद द पॉजिटिव एक्सपेक्टेशन. वी डू इट विद द positive expectation. We don't do things with assuming something negative. This means if you would have already known that today is off for career launcher, then why would you have taken time out, or you would have joined this session? Understanding this point? But again, this doesn't mean that assumptions would be always negative. So right now, I think this overview would be enough for you to survive with us for the next 1 hour class, and would allow you to grab some essence at least, right? After this, even if it is not clear to you, I'll take you again for some basic sessions of statement assumption offline, right? So I think it would be better then. So right now, give me your consent, Satyam. Have you got some idea about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. So now going back to the sheet. This is the sheet, everyone, which we are going to start now. What is it tells you? It talks about few things. Sorry. Are you able to see the screen? Are you able to
Ma'am,
see it
sheet
now?
is not visible.
Yes,
Is it
madam.
Yes, ma'am,
visible
it's
now?
Visible.
Yeah. So what are we going to do? We are going to talk about argument reasoning, function application. And yes, one thing we again missed out. I'll take you back again to that screen so that to make you understand that what is argument, right? Okay, so I have written this example. This is again for all those who are doing it for the first time. It is raining. आज भी बारिश हो रही है, और बारिश हो रही है क्या हो जाएगा? प्रेमाइज. क्योंकि प्रेमाइज क्या होता है स्टूडेंट्स? एनी इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन टू यू. तो कोई भी डेटा, कोई भी बात जो हमें बताई, दैट बिकम्स द प्रेमाइज. प्रेमाइज के बिहाफ पे मैंने क्या कंक्लूड करने की कोशिश करी कि अगर बारिश हो रही है तो क्या होगा? द बसेस विल गेट लेट और द बसेस विल कम लेट. So this is the conclusion. It would also be understood as something like prediction. क्या predict करते हो? ठीक है, क्या predict करते हो? तो predict यही करते हैं कि भाई बस बारिश हो रही है तो क्या होगा? बसेस लेट आ जाएंगी, लेट हो जाएंगी. ये आप predict करते हो. ओके, समझ आ रहा है? अब ये जो टुगेदर, यानी कि ये जो पूरा का पूरा है, यानी कि ये जो पूरी बात है कि बारिश हो रही है और बस लेट आएगी, दिस कंप्लीट थिंग is known as argument. This complete thing is known as argument, right? So premise plus conclusion becomes the argument. So now the sheet we are going to see will offer you argument. So argument kuch nahi hai. Argument is nothing like that two people are having controversy or they are fighting with each other. It is just including everything together, clubbing both the premise as well as the conclusion, that makes it to be a or an argument. Together it becomes an argument. Other than that, our purpose is to find out the assumption. So what is the underlined assumption here, students? If it is raining, the bus will come late. What is the assumption? Quickly.
The bus will come late.
Yes. नहीं, ये तो कह ही रहा है, the bus will come late. Who answered this?
Driving is difficult while it's raining.
Okay. Tanvi Bhardwaj. First of all, Tanvi, I couldn't make out you from your picture on the screen. Like, I don't think. Okay, which Tanvi you are? I am finding it difficult to identify. You are Tanvi from which school? Okay, now it is fine. So you have done statement assumption, Tanvi, but I have already told that this statement assumption would be different. Stay tuned. रहिए class में.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. हम sheet पे जाने वाले हैं, वो sheet किसी करी है. Neither you nor anybody else in this class. Okay, so I was about to say the assumption here. See, बारिश हो रही है और बस late आएगी. So whenever it rains, the buses get late due to traffic, due to any other congestion on the roads. So something which is hidden, कि जब बारिश होती है ट्रैफिक होता है और ट्रैफिक की वजह से बस लेट हो जाती है, ये बातें ऐसे कहीं नहीं है, but this will act as an assumption here. Yes, bus come late during the time of raining. Right, Shrishti Gupta, correct answer. I think now you have got an idea what is a premise, what is a conclusion, what is an assumption, is an argument as well. Now finally moving to the sheet, जो बहुत बार दिखा के बार गायब करनी पड़ी, but finally it would be with you. So it talks about what? It says that we will be having argument. Okay, along with the argument, it's argument reasoning. It will offer you what? Assumptions. And to apply, application सीखेंगे. Application means assumption को कैसे apply करना है. Question की guideline क्या कहती है? मैं इसको थोड़ा बड़ा कर देती हूँ आपके लिए. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
बस क्वेश्चन 1 पे फोकस है अभी, ठीक है, और इसको हम क्लियर कर देते हैं. Clear all points. Yeah. See, now it says what directions we have for doing question 1 to 4. Read the given arguments and answer the following question. क्या आंसर करना है वो हमसे पूछा गया है separately हर बार. So what we have to do, we have to just read exercise 1, which is question number 1. Companies in some countries try to gain legally from competition they face due to imports. So what is being done by the companies in some countries, that they try to gain legally from the competition, and the competition is being faced due to the imports. They claim damages suffered due to import and benefit from subsidies from foreign countries. So what is being done, that they try to claim damages, and those damages for which they are suffered due to imports. So that benefit from subsidies from foreign countries. So if this is the situation, that the companies are trying to get benefit out of the imports, and then further they try to claim their damages for which they have been suffered through imports. So what is being assumed here? यहाँ पर assumption क्या होगी? What is the question, that which of the following has been assumed if the above is true? अगर ऊपर वाली बात ठीक है तो assume क्या किया हुआ होगा यहाँ पर? पढ़िए एक बार
C.
सारे ऑप्शंस.
मैम सी.
ओके, बाकी लोग, ये महक का आंसर है क्या? Is it being answered by महक?
Ma'am,
मैम आयुषी.
ओके, आयुषी पाल.
यस मैम.
बहुत जल्दी कर रहे हो आयुषी आप.
ma'am, option A.
Anyways,
Ma'am
okay.
A.
Ma'am,
Okay.
Ma'am A.
Ma'am, option A.
Ma'am A.
Now let
A.
us look at every option, students. एक बार देखिए सबसे पहला, भैया 1 by 1 पढ़ रहे हैं, आपको एक थीम पता चल गई है ना. जैसे सत्यम आप नए हैं, आपके लिए बता रही हूँ. हमें अब क्या ना है कि जब हम कह रहे हैं, जब हम ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई कंपनीज कुछ कंट्रीज में क्या करती हैं, लीगली कंपटीशन से, यानी कि इंपोर्ट जो होता है उससे, उसके इंपोर्ट से फायदा उठाने की कोशिश करती है. और क्या फायदा उठाती है कि वो डैमेजेस क्लेम करती हैं, ठीक है, कौन से डैमेजेस जो उन्हें हुए होते हैं इंपोर्ट्स की वजह से, ठीक है। सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग would have been assumed if above is true, यानी कि अगर हम ये मान ले कि ऐसा होता है तो नीचे दी हुई कौन सी बात ठीक कही जाएगी। तो अगर हमें सबसे पहले what is the right way of doing questions based on statement assumption, students, that we should always try to eliminate the given option, right? So first option which I would be able to eliminate is option number B, that it talks about that internationalization has increased international business. Right now we are not talking about, you know, anything related to increased business. We are not talking about that, you know, more countries are trying to export their goods. We are talking on that ground. So on that behalf, on that basis, I would be eliminating B. Along with that, I'll be eliminating C as well, because it too talks about the same essence. It says that as the world is becoming global market, more and more countries are trying to export their goods. It's not about importing it, exporting. It's not about capturing the market. It's neither about heading or holding more international business students, right? So what is it all about? It's all about A, that is claim. What claim? That an industry, which industry that has been injured, right? Injured due to what? Injured due to imports, is sufficient grounds to seek compensation in the countries where such claims are made, right? जहां पर हम क्लेम मांग रहे हैं, तो भाई क्लेम दिया जाता होगा, इसीलिए रहे ना। क्या सोच के क्लेम मांगा? जो सोचा जाता है वो अजम्पशन। आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? जो सोचा जाता है वो अजम्पशन। क्या सोचा जाता है कोचिंग में आने से पहले कि रिजल्ट आएगा, राइट? So what is being thought before joining today's class? That Riya ma'am is going to teach us something good, something different, something new, something beneficial, right? So this what is the right answer here. Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now moving to the next question. First, just a second. One second. Just read the second part first. Read the second question, second part, and then I'll show you the options. Nakshatra, welcome to the session. Dev, you answered. Okay, I hope Rohit, Dev, all those who have answered would have been would know now that which is the correct one and why it is the correct one. Nakshatra, are you there now? Is the screen visible? Am I audible to you? So is everybody reading question number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Some
Okay,
option with
very good. Sorry,
Option is not visible.
I have not shown you. How will it be visible then? I just want you to go through the second paragraph right now. After once you have done, I'll show you the question options as well. What does it says? Let me read it for you once again. Then we will move to the options. See, it says several hospitals in Nicaragua, which is the country in Central America. It talks about कोई भी country हो, ठीक है? कोई इसका matter नहीं है कि यार ये कौन सी country है, because that's not the agenda. The agenda would be something else. So several hospitals in Nicaragua are severely unhygienic when it comes to sanitary standards. Although there are more than required number of janitors. Janitors means, student, does anybody know here what is janitor? Is it
Yes.
generator?
Watchman.
Watchmen, caretakers, right? So this is not, it's not generators. Do not read it like that. So janitors, that means there are many people who could take care. More number of janitors, what is being done, that the situation is very unhygienic. So in almost all hospitals, in which country? In the Nicaragua country. This is leading to a serious rate of infections and patients recovering in the OPD wing of such hospitals. So ultimately, take it premise हमें कि हॉस्पिटल्स में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है और उसके बाद जो है हमें बताया कि पेशेंट्स जो है बहुत ज्यादा इन्फेक्शियस हो रहे हैं. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग अजम्पशंस इज इम्प्लिसिट. इम्प्लिसिट का क्या मतलब है स्टूडेंट? सिंपली इम्प्लाई कर सकते हैं, अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, लागू होती है, वैलिड होती है. कौन सी अजम्पशन यहाँ पर वैलिड होती है? ओके, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू मूव टू द ऑप्शंस. So you have these 4 options. Read it. Let me know the answer.
Ma'am, it's B.
Ma'am,
Start
B.
with the option.
B.
Option B.
Option B.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay,
B.
very good.
B.
B.
B. Option B.
Right. So Satyam, now are you able to understand how it will
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
work? Yeah. Nakshatra, are you there? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Nakshatra, I have just finished the time, the moment you joined the session. I have just finished with the introductory part. Right now we are doing some assumptions based questions. So we have the question and assumption is what? कि क्या सोचा जा सकता है उस basis पे जो information given है उसके हिसाब से क्या सोचा जा सकता है. That would be the right answer here. Okay. So जितना समझ में आए आप catch कीजिएगा. Else I will share the recording with you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So अभी आप यहीं पर इसी वाले क्वेश्चन से आपने देखा नक्षत्र कि बोल रहा है कि हॉस्पिटल्स है, हॉस्पिटल्स में क्या हो रहा है, अनहाइजीनिक सिचुएशन है, अच्छे सैनिटरी स्टैंडर्ड्स नहीं है, जबकि बहुत ज्यादा केयर टेकर्स हैं और उसकी वजह से व्हाट इज बीइंग हैपनिंग दैट देयर आर मेनी पेशेंट्स राइट. सो दे आर गेटिंग इन्फेक्शियस एंड देयर आर मेनी पेशेंट्स. सो अब आप इस पैराग्राफ को, इस पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन से क्या चीज सोच सकते हो? That lack of proper hygiene in a hospital leads to health problems for the patients. कि अगर proper hygiene नहीं होगा हॉस्पिटल्स में हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स पेशेंट्स के लिए होंगी ही. अब आपके पास अगर दूसरे ऑप्शन है दैट आइडियल सैनिटरी स्टैंडर्ड्स आर नॉट इजी टू मेंटेन. यार नॉट इजी क्यों? ऐसा थोड़ी कह सकते हैं इस इंफॉर्मेशन के बेस पे कि अच्छे सैनिटरी स्टैंडर्ड मेंटेन किए ही नहीं जा सकते या मुश्किल होते हैं. ये नहीं कहा जा सकता. अंडरस्टैंडिंग एवरीवन? Janitors in Narkoga hospitals are all shrinkers, all shirkers, so right? So यहाँ पर क्या मतलब है कि जितने भी हमारे just 1 second. Who is Prashant Chaudhary? Prashant, please time पे आया कीजिए. You are added in which batch? Sorry. हेलो दीदी, मेरी क्लास चल रही है. हाँ जी. तो कह रहे हैं कि सी ऑप्शन जैनिटर्स इन नारकोगा हॉस्पिटल्स आर ऑल शर्कर्स. शर्कर्स मतलब जो अपनी ड्यूटी को अवॉइड करें, जो क्विट करें, बचना चाहें. तो देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पर एक बात कह रहे हैं कि ऑल यानी कि जितने भी केयर टेकर्स हैं वो सारे के सारे ही शर्कर्स हैं, सारे के सारे ही अवॉइडर्स हैं. तो देखिए सारे के सारे अवॉइडर्स हैं या नहीं है, वी डोंट हैव एनी क्लू. सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन एलिमिनेट द ऑप्शंस, राइट? So this is what is very important. Before you choose one, you should be able to eliminate. Now quickly go through question number 3. So assumption is for all those who have joined late, Prashant and Nakshatra, assumption वो है जो आप सोच सकते हो कि ये statement को होने से पहले क्या सोचा गया होगा.
Ma'am, option D.
Okay, keep giving your answers, no problem.
Ma'am,
I'll
option
allow
B.
you to have sufficient
Ma'am,
time
option
and then
B.
we will discuss.
Option B.
Option B.
Right.
B.
Okay, देखिए. Yes, very nice. श्रुति ने क्या
Ma'am,
कहा?
B.
Right, very good. Shruti says Neha would not make an effective teacher. Neha एक effective teacher नहीं बन सकती. She is too lenient to fail students and too critical to reward any student with good marks. So what does it tells us कि नेहा क्या करती है? बहुत lenient है बच्चों को फेल करने में and too critical, किसी को भी अच्छे मार्क्स नहीं देती. So यहाँ पर हम क्या सोच सकते हैं? What assumption और an assumption argument above is that, क्या अज्यूम करके श्रुति ने ये कहा होगा? जब श्रुति कहती है कि नेहा एक इफेक्टिव टीचर नहीं बन सकती क्योंकि वो बहुत लीनियंट है मार्क्स फेल करने में और बहुत क्रिटिकल है रिवॉर्ड करने में, तो श्रुति ने क्या सोचा होगा कि एक इफेक्टिव टीचर होता क्या है ना? A teacher must be capable of either rewarding students with high marks or failing students in order to be an effective teacher. So what could have been thought here? Shruti concludes that Neha would not be an effective teacher as she is too lenient, right? So in making her argument, Shruti assumes, what she assumes, that in order to be an effective teacher, one क्या करना पड़ेगा? One must be able to do one of the two things, right? So एक चीज करे, one of the two things. So this leads us to option B. And rest other option says it is impossible to fail a student and then later reward him. You know, yes, is anybody saying anything? Moving to the next question now. I hope things are clear as of now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now question number 4. So for question number 4,
What is
just
the
read the
correct answer
paragraph and then, sorry,
What's the correct answer of question 3?
question 3rd, right answer is B. Right answer is B. B for this one, and this was A, right? And for question number, right, this will rotate actually if I will do. So for question number 2,
Ma'am?
it was again B. Yes. Yes, who is Rohit? Please switch off your this mic, please. Yeah.
मैम
Question number 4. हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
मैम पर थर्ड में तो ना सिर्फ नेहा की बात हुई है, तो इन ऑर्डर टू फेल और रिवॉर्ड हर स्टूडेंट नेहा मस्ट बी एन इफेक्टिव टीचर. मैम बस नेहा की तो बात हुई है, बी में तो सब टीचर एक मतलब टीचर की पूरी एक उस पे बात हो रही है पूरे, तो मैम सिर्फ
यहाँ
इस
पर
पैराग्राफ में तो नेहा.
देखिए श्रुति ने नेहा के लिए कुछ कहा, तो नेहा के लिए कुछ कह रही है अगर, और नेहा को एक अच्छा टीचर वो कह रही है कि नहीं बन सकती, तो वो यही मान के तो नेहा को अच्छा नहीं बता रही, क्योंकि एक अच्छी टीचर वो होगी जिसमें ये काम की क्वालिटी होगी. हेंस प्रूव्ड. नेहा के लिए कह रही है, लेकिन नेहा को एक टीचर के लेवल पर डील कर रही है. बाकी किसी और ऑप्शन में भी जैसे डी अगर आप कहते हो, तो इन ऑर्डर टू फेल और रिवॉर्ड हर स्टूडेंट्स नेहा मस्ट बी एन इफेक्टिव टीचर. यहाँ पर सिर्फ आपको डी में क्या कहता है कि भाई ये एक डिस्टॉर्टेड स्टेटमेंट हुआ, कि ये स्ट्रेस कर रहा है कि भाई that a teacher must be effective in order to fail. So whereas the argument is concerned with what teachers must be able to do in order to be effective. So ultimately वहां पर नेहा के लिए तो जरूर कहा है, लेकिन ultimately what is the underlying thing कि एक इफेक्टिव टीचर कौन होगा, एक इफेक्टिव टीचर कौन होगा? तो इफेक्टिव टीचर वही होगा, द टीचर मस्ट बी और अ टीचर मस्ट बी केपेबल ऑफ ईदर रिवॉर्डिंग स्टूडेंट हाई मार्क्स और फेलिंग स्टूडेंट्स इन ऑर्डर टू बी एन इफेक्टिव. यहाँ पर ऐसा नहीं है कि इन जनरल कह रहा है, इन जनरल कह रहा है, लेकिन नेहा से इन जनरल कनेक्ट कर रहा है एक इफेक्ट टीचर के होने की क्वालिटी को. इज इट ओके आयुषी?
ओके मैम.
Okay, read question number 4 and then I have to show you the options as well. It says the present system of hiring as practiced in the public sector companies has one obvious advantage. What advantage they have? That it allows the managerial staff to hire people smarter than they are and yet remain secure in the knowledge that sort of a major catastrophe. Catastrophe means, what does it mean, students?
Ma'am, any disaster.
Disaster. So keep learning, words. This will allow you to grab the essence more quickly. So catastrophe, this word means disaster. So it says that what will happen, that it arrives to a situation जहां पर managerial staff क्या कर सकता है, they can hire people smarter. यानी कि public sector में एक advantage है कि आप अपने से अच्छे आदमी को हायर कर सकते हो, और वहां पर आपके पास ना क्या नहीं रहेगा, The young members cannot turn around and fire them, a situation quite unlike the private sector. So see, private sector may we all know what happens if someone is hired who is better than you. So what will be the situation that you could be fired just because he has more capabilities and more, skill. But unlike in public sector, it talks about that it has the job security kind of a thing wherein it allows to hire more smarter people, right? So have you got the essence of the paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
let us move on to the next page of this. सबको समझ आ रहा है ना इक्वल लेवल पर? किसी को कम ज्यादा थोड़ा
Yes,
कुछ
ma'am.
ऐसा प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं हो रहा है?
No, ma'am.
Wait, I'll just rotate it. Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just look at the options. Which of the four assumptions is most likely to have been made by the author of the above argument? Read it with complete concentration, else you won't be able to find the correct answer. बहुत ध्यान से पढ़िए. So we have Satyam, Abhijit, Aditya Bhardwaj, Akshit, Jindal, Akshita, Angel, Aviral, Ayush, Ayushi Pal, Charvi, Divakar, Divisha, Gauri, Hardik, Harsh, Kakul, Kanak, Kanish, Kashish, Khushi, Malik, Mehak, Mahima, Mandavi, Nakshatra, Prashant Chaudhary, Pratham, Raghav, Rohit, Rose, Saloni, Sanyam, and then Shiva, Shivam, Shivani, Tore, Shrishti, Suhani, Suyash, Tanvi, Tushar, Ujwal, Vrinda. So I think you all are understanding the concept.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is the right answer, students?
C.
Option B.
Option C.
B.
B.
Sorry.
Ashish?
I'm option C.
C.
B.
Option B.
B is the right answer, everyone. Yes, because what it says, जब हम कह रहे हैं भाई प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऐसा है, तो यहाँ पे हम क्या अज्यूम कर रहे हैं that if no such hiring system existed, अगर ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं होता, senior managers in the public sector would be reluctant to hire new managers who might threaten their own jobs. यानी कि कैसा सिस्टम नहीं होता? ऐसा सिस्टम जिसमें जॉब सिक्योरिटी थी. तो अगर ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं होता तो क्या होता कि वहां पर भी मैनेजर्स को दिक्कत होती. और रिलक्टेंट का क्या मतलब होता है स्टूडेंट्स? रिलक्टेंट मीन्स अनविलिंग. रिलक्टेंट मीन्स अनविलिंग. आवाज आ रही है सबको?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Just wait, everyone. There was a internet issue. Just be with me. Just 1 second. Okay, so the right answer for this is question number 4 is B. Everyone look at question number 5 now. Look at question number 5 now. Do question number 5 and 6 both together. Then I'll discuss with you. So I'm showing it to you. I hope it is visible. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, do question number 5 and 6. So can I have the answers for question number 5 and 6, students?
Ma'am, for 5, it might be option A.
Ma'am, A.
Okay, and for 6?
Option B. Ma'am,
Right
option B.
answers.
Option
Yes,
B.
yes. So अब ऐसा कौन है जो 5 और 6 का आंसर नहीं निकाल पाया है? Who is the one who is not able to arrive at this right answers? Is there anyone in this class? किसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा? नक्षत्र थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ आना शुरू हुआ आपको कि कर क्या रहे?
Yes, ma'am.
राइट, so बेसिकली नक्षत्र ये वर्बल लॉजिक है जिसमें लॉजिकल रीजनिंग जो आपका सेक्शन होता है उसमें क्वेश्चंस आते हैं कि क्या ऑथर के हिसाब से अज्यूम किया जा सकता है, क्या कंक्लूड किया जा सकता है, प्रीमाइस क्या है, अजम्पशन क्या है. So all these terms have been continuously being asked years in your exams, right? So there might not be that small paragraph. There could have been, a big paragraph, big passage line, length passage, right? So we are just doing it for the practice purpose that we are doing one small paragraph followed by one question, right? So if I read the question number 5, it talks about personal, organizational, and cultural values can create a difficult problem when trying to make a business decision that includes all the previously stated. So what all can make it difficult? These personal, organizational, and cultural values, when it can make a problem while taking any business decision. So personal values are what each individual holds dear to them while living the types of lives that he or she likes and would like to lead. Organizational values are what are best for the company to maintain a good public image. And employee guidance. So what is this? ये बता दिया. Personal value क्या है वो बता दिया. Further it talks about cultural values क्या है वो भी बता दी. Are set on traditions, we all know. Personal क्या है जो हम अपना एक belief रखते हैं चीजों को लेके. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल वैल्यूज क्या है कि कंपनी के लिए क्या ठीक है, क्या कंपनी के एक अच्छी इमेज के लिए क्या ठीक रहेगा, वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल वैल्यूज है. What are cultural values? They are the set traditions handed down from generation to generation. तो cultural values के लिए तो कहते ही हैं कि cultural और custom जो ऐसी चीज हो जो कि immemorial हो, बहुत पुराने समय से चली आ. Right, so these are cultural values. Further, it adds on that trying to intervene these type of values when making professional and personal decisions in one's life can create a very stressful situation. So if these values come in between, intervene means बीच में आ जाती हैं, तो क्या हो जाता है प्रोफेशनल और पर्सनल डिसीजन में, तो ये थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस क्रिएट कर देती है. तो which of the following statement is an underlying assumption made by the author? तो यहाँ ऑथर ने क्या अज्यूम करा होगा अगर वो ये कहता है कि ये जो चीजें हैं पर्सनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ये वैल्यूज जो है ये एक स्ट्रेस क्रिएट कर देती हैं, राइट. सो अंडरलाइन का क्या मतलब है स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे एक सिग्निफिकेंट बेसिस, एक बेस बनाता है, एक महत्वपूर्ण बेस बनाता है किसी बात का, तो और कुछ नहीं है. अंडरलाइन का मतलब कुछ अंडरलाइन से नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट अंडरलाइन. अंडरलाइन मीन्स समथिंग विच सेट्स एज अ बेस फॉर समथिंग, राइट. सो kind of basis, right? So what can be the right answer if we look for the options? Other options here talks about, let me show it to you before reading the first one. The other option says it does not matter what values you have unless your organization is making profit. So students, nowhere we have talked about profit, right? We have not talked about profit anywhere. C says no such values can interfere with our decision making unless we allow the two. So आप उसे अलाउ नहीं करते हो नहीं करते हो, ये मैटर नहीं है. वो तो ये मान के चल रहा है, कहने वाला ये अपने आप मान के चल रहा है कि भाई ये चीजें आती है बीच में, ये चीजें आती हैं बीच में, ये ऑलरेडी वो मान के चल रहा है. एंड देन बी ऑप्शन सेज, B says stressful situations are caused only when humans try to please everyone, themselves, organization. ये बहुत ही जनरल सी बात कह दी है इसने यहाँ पर. ये हो सकता है आपको क्लिक करे कि हाँ यार जब हम सबको खुश करने की कोशिश करते हैं ना तब ये प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं. But there is a keyword which allows us to eliminate this option. And what is the keyword, students? I hope the old students would be able to identify. Only. Yes, absolutely. Very good, very good. And you all know now, and for the others who are doing it for the first time, only acts as a very, extreme word. So in verbal logic questions, avoid such options. Even though you will find at times options including only as a keyword in answer choices, but then probably it would allow you to make some kind of a connection between the assumption or between the option or the concept given to you, right? But here even it is not making the concept because it sounds as a very generic one. So the right answer would be definitely A, which says what it tells us. It talks about that personal, organizational, cultural values exist. Hoti to hai. However, human beings are free to choose and make their decisions by keeping in mind one, but two or all of these वैल्यूज. तो वो मान के चल रहा है कि भाई जब ये चीजें मिक्स हो जाती हैं, इंटरवीन होती हैं, तो स्ट्रेस आता है, राइट. सो ऑप्शन ए उस चीज को कंफर्म करता है जो हमारे पैराग्राफ में दिया हुआ है, दैट इट इज अ राइट टू चूज एंड दैट इज इनहेरेंट टू ईच ह्यूमन बीइंग. ऑलरेडी है, इट एग्जिस्ट, वो ऑलरेडी है. तो हम ना चाहते हुए भी हमारे पास we don't have any other valid option except A, because one talks about profit, other talks about very general statement, and other talks about the keyword which is only. So we will be following in the category and option A would be correct. So moving to the next, which is 6. What is the right answer?
Ma'am, C.
Okay, any other?
Ma'am, B.
Okay. सी इट्स ए मैंने अब ये सी देखो वाला बोला है, ऑप्शन सी आंसर नहीं है, राइट. सो डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. ए कौन बोल रहा है मेरा बच्चा, कौन सा बच्चा ये बोल रहा है? अक्षिता. ओके, दिविशा कहती है ए. ओके, चलिए. नक्षत्र, व्हाट डू यू थिंक कुड बी द राइट आंसर है क्वेश्चन नंबर 6? आर यू देयर?
Yes, ma'am.
या सो कुछ आइडिया लग रहा है, कुछ हो सकता है, समझ आ रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा? Okay, no problem. Thank you for your opinion. Okay. देखिए क्या कहता है मिनिस्टर पाटिल, क्या कहते हैं मिनिस्टर पाटिल? Says that we should not fund the attack submarine program. यानी कि हमें क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. उन्होंने क्या कहा, ये जो जो भी एक ये जो वॉरशिप हुई है, इसको हमें, इसमें जो भी ये जो अटैक हुआ है, इसको फंड नहीं करना चाहिए. फंड नहीं करना चाहिए मतलब पैसे मत दो. लेकिन कोई कहता है, जो ये बता रहा है कि मिनिस्टर पाटिल ने क्या कहा, वो कहता है आई डिसएग्री एंटायरली. मे बी मिनिस्टर पाटिल ने कुछ कहा, आपने न्यूज में सुना, फिर आप कहते हो आई डिसएग्री एंटायरली, मैं डिसएग्री करता हूँ, आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई ही वांट्स टू गिव अस डिफेंसलेस लाइक दैट। वो कह रहा है मुझे समझ में नहीं आता, वो हमें ऐसे डिफेंसलेस यानी कि एक ऐसी सिचुएशन में जिसमें हम हेल्पलेस हैं, डिफेंसलेस है, हम खुद को डिफेंड नहीं कर पाएंगे अगेंस्ट द अटैक, वो ऐसे हमें क्यों छोड़ रहा है। ठीक है, so what is the assumption made by the author in the above argument? So now students, have you understand argument क्या होता है? argument वो जो भी पूरा ऊपर लिखा है, तो ये argument है जो ऊपर लिखा हुआ है, and argument is what? Premise plus conclusion, right? So यहाँ पर क्या अज्यूम किया गया है, व्हाट इज द अजम्पशन यानी कि लाइन ऑफ थॉट जो कि कनेक्ट करेगी प्रेमाइस से कंक्लूजन को, कि उसने जो कहा कि हम फंड नहीं करेंगे, और फिर आगे उसमें बात आ रही है कि पहले एक अटैक हुआ और अटैक को फंडिंग नहीं मिल रही, और ऑथर कह रहा है कि भाई मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ दैट व्हाई दे लीव अस डिफेंसलेस। सो नॉट फंडिंग द अटैक सबमरीन प्रोग्राम विल लीव द कंट्री डिफेंसलेस। स्टूडेंट्स, नॉट फंडिंग विल लीव द कंट्री डिफेंसलेस, ये तो बच्चे लिखा ही है, और जो लिखा होता है वो कभी अजम्पशन नहीं होती, बिकॉज assumptions are hidden.
Yes.
Funding the attack submarine program is necessary for the defense of the country. यार फंडिंग नेसेसरी है, तभी तो बंदे को लग रहा है कि वो हमें ऐसे क्यों छोड़ रहा है, मैं उससे डिसएग्री करता हूँ, वो ऐसे क्यों छोड़ रहा है, क्योंकि उसे लगता है दैट फंडिंग इज इम्पोर्टेंट। अटैक सबमरीन प्रोग्राम इज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव। यार एक्सपेंसिव और नॉट एक्सपेंसिव की बात नहीं है, इंडिया शुड फंड द अटैक सबमरीन प्रोग्राम। इंडिया फंड करे या शुड फंड का आपका यहाँ पे हो जाएगा कि भाई आप एक तरह का कंक्लूजन निकालना चाह रहे हो ऐसा कह के, ठीक है, आप कंक्लूजन नहीं निकाल रहे हो कि इंडिया शुड फंड। आइडियली funding the attack submarine program is necessary for defense of the country would be a right choice of option, because it comprises of every single thought which is being presented by the author in the above statement. So that is why we will have a valid, correct and synchronized option, which would be B. Any doubt, anybody?
No, ma'am.
Any
No,
question?
ma'am.
Okay, now okay, very good. Now I am leaving just one question for you. After the class, I will be sharing this PDF with each one, with everyone. I will be sharing it with every group, right? And those who are not added in the group as of now, if there is anybody who is joining the session and is not added, can text me or can text Vikrant sir to ask for the sheet. Okay, now I'll be sharing page number 3 now. Probably page number 3, and I guess we should go for page number 4 now. This will be page number 4. Just give me 1 second. I'm sharing the screen. So I believe you all are understanding how to attempt these type of questions. So they are very, very crucial for everyone, because we always get questions based on assumption. There is no, way to skip them. So those who were finding difficulty in attempting questions based on logical reasoning would be helpful for the session, would be helpful for them too. Right. So now I'm going to share my new screen, which is the complete PDF of the sheet, and quickly taking to last paragraph. We have only 15 questions here. So just read this paragraph, which is from 13 to 15. I hope the paragraph 13, 14, 15 questions all are visible, right? The paragraph goes in continuation also. So just read till law word and then I will show you the balance portion. Or else I could show it to you right now if you allow me to do this much level of the screen. Even this goes fine, I believe. You see, please switch off your mic. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just last, no line is missing, just this line is missing, I believe, last one, which is most intricate aspects of human culture. Is Sheetal in the class? Are you all doing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Tell me once you are done reading portion, then I'll read it for you and we'll discuss the questions. And I hope each one of you know your goals, know your targets being told to you by me frequently. So please keep performing well. And if you have any doubts anytime, please feel free to speak to me. And all the students who are added in the PDP group would have got their task number 8. Kindly accomplish it and then let me know. You have just 2 days time for the same. Suhani, I hope you are listening.
I'm sorry, ma'am, could you repeat that last thing?
Tanvi, it wasn't for you. Is this being asked by Tanvi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it was for some other students. And those, I have given the task 8 to some students. So this was for them. Done, everyone?
Ma'am, done.
Okay,
Yes,
very
ma'am.
good. So it was said by Kashishka.
Ma'am, done.
Divisha. Okay, see, let's read the paragraph now. It says lawyers are typically interested in the question. In what question they are interested? What is the law on a particular issue? So, law kya hai? This is always a local question and answers to it are bound to differ according to the specific jurisdiction in which they are asked. So, of course, even it is true in other cases as well that if we talk about anything, so there would be different opinions by different people. If we raise any question, then of course it would be a matter of difference as compared to just because of the understanding what people have or possess in relation to the subject matter. In contrast, philosophy of law is interested in the general question. And what is the philosophy related to? That what is law? This general question about the nature of law, ये जो general question है law के nature के बारे में, ये क्या करता है? Presupposes means presume करता है. क्या presume करता है? That law is a unique social political phenomena. Law एक social political phenomena है with more or less universal characteristics that can be discerned. Discerned means that such qualities, वो ऐसी universal qualities यानी कि जो कि क्या की जा सकती है? Discern means to see or notice something with difficulty. So what was the complete sense of this 3 lines? Just summarizing it, that what is a general philosophy of law is, एक नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन ये पूछते हैं कि लॉ क्या है, एंड द जनरल क्वेश्चन अबाउट नेचर ऑफ लॉ, ये क्वेश्चन प्रेज्यूम करता है कि लॉ क्या है? एक यूनिक सोशल पॉलिटिकल फिनोमेना है विद मोर और लेस यूनिवर्सल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, यानी कि उसमें कुछ यूनिवर्सल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं ही जो कि बहुत आसानी से दैट कैन बी डिसर्न्ड थ्रू फिलोसफिकल एनालिसिस, और वो नोटिस हो सकती है. दिक्कत तो होगी उसे नोटिस करने में, बट दैट कुड बी नोटिस थ्रू फिलोसफिकल एनालिसिस. General jurisprudence, as this philosophical inquiry about the nature of law is called, is meant to be universal. So general law के बारे में जो थॉट है वो क्या है कि ये सारी की सारी क्या करती है, इसमें एक यूनिवर्सल क्वालिटीज है, ठीक है, इसमें एक यूनिवर्सल क्वालिटीज है, यानी कि कुछ ऐसी क्वालिटीज हैं जो सब में कॉमन सी होंगी। जूरिस्प्रूडेंस क्या होता है, लॉ वाले स्टूडेंट्स को ये पता होगा कि एक कोई भी लीगल सिस्टम, यानी कि लॉ की फिलॉसफी क्या है, लॉ का ना जिसमें हम पढ़ते हैं कि स्टडी नॉलेज साइंस लॉ की क्या कहती है, सो वो कहते हैं जनरल जूरिस्प्रूडेंस क्या कहता है, एज दिस फिलोसफिकल इंक्वायरी अबाउट द नेचर ऑफ लॉ कैसा है, इज मेंट टू बी यूनिवर्सल। इट अज्यूम्स दैट लॉ possess certain features and it possesses them by its very nature, essence as law whenever and wherever it happens to exist, यानी कि law universal quality को exist करता है, deal करता है उससे। However, if there are such universal characteristics of law which is controversial, the reason for a philosophical interest is elucidating. Elucidating means when to make something clear by explaining it. तो वो कह रहा है क्या आसान हो जाता है, कैसे एक्सप्लेन करके आसान हो जाता है, that even if there are such universal characteristics of law, अगर यूनिवर्सल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कुछ है भी और वो कुछ कंट्रोवर्शियल है, यानी कि कुछ कंट्रास्ट, कुछ अगेंस्ट, कुछ अलग अलग बात कर रहा है, द रीजन फॉर अ फिलोसफिकल इंटरेस्ट इज elucidating them remain to be explained. First, there is the sheer intellectual interest. First, there is a sheer intellectual interest. Sheer means, what does it mean, students? Sheer means a complete. First, there is sheer interest, intellectual interest in understanding such a complex social phenomena, which is, after all, one of the most intricate. Intricate means किसी चीज के जब बहुत छोटे छोटे complications होते हैं, parts होते हैं, aspects of human culture. So first, what is it? It is very complex social phenomena. Law, however, is also a normative social practice. Normative means जिसमें कुछ एक particular norms होते हैं. It purports means एक एक ऐसा दिखाता है, एक ऐसा impression देता है कि भाई चीज बता रहा है वो कुछ. It purports to guide, क्या पर्पस है एक तरह से, guide human behavior, giving rise to reasons for action. So law क्या करता है, रीजन देता है किसी एक्शन के, ठीक है. An attempt to explain this normative reason giving aspect of law is one of the main challenges of general jurisprudence. These two sources of interest in the nature of law are closely linked. Law is not the only normative domain in our culture. Morality, religion, social conventions, etiquette, and so on also guide human conduct in many ways which are similar to law. So ultimately, a common law क्या है, इस क्वेश्चन से शुरू करते हुए लॉ की फिलॉसफी, लॉ में कुछ यूनिवर्सल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है, फिर उन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स का कंट्रोवर्सी है, और फिर कॉमनली एंड करा इस बात से कि सिर्फ नॉर्मेटिव डोमेन ही नहीं, लॉ में बहुत और कुछ भी आता है. So as per the passage, what is the assumption made in philosophical question? What is law? What is the answer to question number 13, students?
Option B. Ma'am, B.
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 Okay. Okay. Any other opinion? Students, देखिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 क्या पूछता है आपसे. You all are somewhere missing it. That's why your answer is not correct. So let me try to explain. It says, as per the passage, what is the assumption made in the philosophical question? And where was the philosophical question? Philosophical question was asked here. It says that, in contrast, philosophy of law is interested in the general question, what is law? And this general question talks about the nature of law, presupposes that law is a unique social political phenomena with more or less universal qualities that can be discerned through philosophical analysis. आपने क्या आंसर दिया? B. बेटा, law possesses certain characteristics which can be understood. B आंसर नहीं है, क्योंकि B तो कह रहा है मतलब ये तो क्लियर है, और कभी भी assumption क्लियरली कही नहीं जाती. कैसे समझाऊं आपको ये बात, अब मैं समझ आ रही है? कोई बात नहीं, अभी आप होल्ड ऑन करो, सिर्फ ये समझो कि बी आंसर नहीं है, ये पता चल गया आपको. क्योंकि हाँ, आपको फर्स्ट साइट में लगता है कि बी आंसर है, लेकिन अजम्पशन तो कभी एक्सप्लिसिटली कही नहीं जाती है, तो ये तो कह ही रहा है. ठीक है, समझ रहे हो? So let us look at other options and let me read it to the next what we have already read till now. Then it says general jurisprudence. वो क्या कहता है? That this philosophical inquiry about the nature of law is meant to be universal. It assumes that law possesses certain feature. It possesses them by its very nature. However, even if there are such universal characteristics of law, which is controversial. जब आपको पता है, जब हम कहते हैं however क्या मतलब होता है? जब हम कुछ contrast कहते हैं, जब हम कुछ contrast कह रहे हैं, तो कह तो हम ये philosophy के question से related ही हैं. हम philosophical law और philosophy of law ही explain कर रहे हैं यहाँ तक भी. तो अभी उसके बारे में contrast बात करता है कि if there are such universal characteristics law which is controversial, the reason for a philosophical interest is in elucidating them remain to be explained. अब option number C क्या कहता है? There are many controversial issues regarding the philosophical question. Yes, this is true. जैसे ही हमने कहा यहाँ पर कि भाई more or less universal qualities हैं, philosophical analysis से समझ सकते हैं. फिर हमने कहा however there are universal characteristics होने के बावजूद भी जो कि controversial हैं, the reasons for a philosophical interest in elucidating, यानी कि अभी बताया कि elucidating मतलब कि controversial है और अभी भी आप उन्हें पूरी तरह to make something clear by explaining it, आप उसको पूरी तरह से clearly समझ नहीं सकते हो, then remain to be explained, यानी कि आपको उन्हें बहुत समझना पड़ेगा, बहुत clearly समझना और समझाना पड़ेगा, जब जाकर आपको उनका समझ आएगा कि वो क्या चीजें है. So controversy है. So there are many controversial issues regarding the philosophical question. Law should include questions of moral, religious, ये बात तो आई ही नहीं अभी तक. और फर्स्ट कहता है law is a matter of jurisdiction and therefore cannot be considered to have universal characteristics. We have not clearly declared कि उसमें universal characteristics नहीं है. हमने सिर्फ इतना कहा कि universal characteristics there are universal characteristics, but what was the sealing? That they were controversial. Have you understood this point? That is why the right assumption would be answer choice C. किसी को कोई डाउट है? किसी को समझ नहीं आया हो? I have tried to explain you by eliminating all other three options, so I believe the point would be clear now. Kindly give your consent quickly so that I could move to question number 14.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely right. So do not be mistaken. Do not rush towards choosing something which is already being said. And let me tell you one more thing, students. Even if you are doing questions which are based on inferred or implied, they are also what? They are also questions based on to read between the lines. To read between this. वहां पर भी जो लिखा है, जो ऑलरेडी कह रहा है और वही मुझे ऑप्शन मिल गया, तो वो कभी आंसर चॉइस नहीं होगा, क्योंकि वो तो ऑलरेडी लिखा है. और आंसर होता क्या है? इन्फर का, जो आप एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हो, जो आप निकालते हो, वो आंसर होता है. Now moving to question number 14. Which of the following can be implied? आ गई वही बात. अब ये implied करने की बात कर रहा है, यानी कि extract करने की बात कर रहा है, यानी कि inferred करने की बात कर रहा है. ठीक है. From the second paragraph, बहुत सिंपल है ना, सेकंड से कह रहे हैं यहीं आ जाएंगे. रिगार्डिंग, और किसके बारे में? रिगार्डिंग नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस. नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस के बारे में क्या कह रहा है? व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर स्टूडेंट्स?
C.
एब्सोल्युटली सी. नहीं, नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस कंट्रोवर्शियल नहीं. देखते हैं क्या लिखा है. देखो लिखा है law however is also normative social practice. Law however is also normative. It purports to guide human behavior. ये human behavior को guide करता है. okay? Giving rise to reasons for action. और ये हमें हमारे reasons बताता है action के कि भाई क्यों लूं. So an attempt to explain this normative reason giving aspect of law is one of the main challenges of general jurisprudence. एक मेन चैलेंज है जनरल जूरिस्प्रूडेंस का. ठीक है, तो अब हम ऑप्शंस देखते हैं क्या क्या है. सबसे पहले बी क्या कहता है? नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस इज कंट्रोवर्शियल व्हेन डीलिंग विद लॉ. हमने ऐसा कुछ बोला ही नहीं कि वो कंट्रोवर्शियल है. हमने बोला आई एम जस्ट रिपीटिंग इट फॉर यू दैट लॉ क्या है? लॉ हाउएवर इज आल्सो अ नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस. वो एक नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस है. नॉर्मेटिव मतलब जो उसको बताती है बिहेवियर के बारे में बताती है। एक पर्पोज का मतलब ये एक इम्प्रेशन देती है, एक बात बताने की कोशिश करती है, एक तरह से पर्पस कर देती है टू गाइड ह्यूमन बिहेवियर। यही तो हमने पढ़ा। तो नॉर्मेटिव सोशल कंट्रोवर्शियल है नहीं, वो कंट्रोवर्शियल नहीं हो सकती। दूसरा, जब हम कह रहे हैं कि भाई नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस, तो हम क्या समझेंगे? नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस हैज मेनी चैलेंजेस इन इट्स प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन। तो प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन की कोई बात नहीं हुई कि प्रैक्टिकली अगर हम उसे अप्लाई करते हैं तो भाई बड़ी दिक्कत आती है, ठीक है। इवन D is incorrect because it mentions something, very random factor. B क्या कह रहा है? Normative social practice excludes guiding principle of religion. Religion की तो कोई बात ही नहीं हो रही है। जिन चीजों की बात नहीं हो रही है स्टूडेंट, they could never be the right option. Normative social practice deals with guiding human behavior. देखिए यही कुछ कहा भी हुआ था, और प्राइमरी इंटरेस्ट और हम यहाँ पर यही एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि सेकंड पैराग्राफ कंप्लीट नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस एक tends to alter the behavior of the subject under its jurisdiction, यही बात करता है। तो नॉर्मेटिव बिहेवियर से रिलेशन में हमने पता है वो ह्यूमन बिहेवियर को परपोर्ट करता है, तो हमारे पास कोई और सही ऑप्शन है भी नहीं। वी कैन नॉट से कि वो कंट्रोवर्शियल है, वी कैन नॉट रिलेटेड टू रिलीजन, एंड नीदर वी कैन नॉट टॉक अबाउट इट्स challenges it faces in its practical application. We just know few things about it. If you have any doubt, I'm just going to take back to the lines where it is mentioned. It says that it is also a normative social practice है। ये क्या करता है? ह्यूमन को गाइड करता है। क्या बताता है? रीजन देता है एक्शन के लिए, और अटेम्प्ट करता है। फिर से रीजन गिविंग एस्पेक्ट है, और मेन चैलेंजेस है। इट इज वन ऑफ द मेन चैलेंज ऑफ और चैलेंजेस ऑफ जनरल जूरिस्प्रूडेंस। मेन चैलेंज है, बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि रिलीजन से रिलेशन में है, और इसका मतलब ये भी नहीं है दैट इट इज गोइंग टू talk about anything other than guiding human behavior or talking about the practical application. So have you understood, students? So answer would be C. Yes.
पैराग्राफ में डायरेक्टली लिखा हुआ है कि नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस डील विद गाइडिंग ह्यूमन बिहेवियर,
But then we don't have any choice, dear. We don't have any other choice. आप choice होगी तो उस चीज को आप नहीं करोगे ना, जब चॉइस ही नहीं है। प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन में, यानी कि नॉर्मेटिव प्रैक्टिस को, ह्यूमन बिहेवियर को गाइड करने में प्रॉब्लम आती है। ये कहाँ लिखा है? जब जो चीज लिखी नहीं है, आप नेगेटिव तो नहीं उसको इम्प्लाई कर सकते हो ना। और वो एक्सक्लूड करता है प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिलीजन, इसके बारे में हमें क्या पता है? वी डोंट हैव एनी अदर इंफॉर्मेशन रिलेटेड टू द सेम। वी हैव जस्ट सीन दैट व्हाट ऑल इज बीइंग डन बाय दिस प्रैक्टिस. It guides us, it gives us the reason for the action, and yes, it is one of the main challenges, but that doesn't mean कि वो जो है, आपको बात से लग सकता है कि भाई ये एक बहुत मेन चैलेंज है जूरिस्प्रूडेंस का, बट इससे मतलब ये नहीं हो सकता कि प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन में चैलेंज है, यानी कि इस चीज को करने में चैलेंज होता है। हैव यू अंडरस्टूड आयुषी?
मैम यही चीज तो 13 क्वेश्चन में थी सेम।
क्या हुई थी 13 में सेम?
मैम यही सेम लाइन है, मतलब मैम लॉ कैन possess certain characteristic which can be understood through philosophical analysis। मैम यही लिखा है यहाँ पे, मतलब सेम ही है
बेटा। एक नहीं, वो अजम्पशन थी। आप दोनों क्वेश्चंस में एक तो कंफ्यूज मत होइए, वो अजम्पशन है। अजम्पशन होता है क्या? अज्यूम किया गया होगा ये कहने से पहले, ठीक है। और इम्प्लाइड होता है आप क्या ओवरऑल एक तरह से कंक्लूड कर सकते हो सिचुएशन को देखकर। बोथ द क्वेश्चंस आर डिफरेंट, इट इज नॉट आस्किंग अबाउट अजम्पशन, ठीक है। और वहां पर वो बात साफ साफ लिखी गई थी, इसलिए आंसर नहीं था। और एक दूसरा ऑप्शन भी हमें मिल रहा था कि भाई वहां पर आपके कंट्रोवर्शियल इश्यूज हैं, और ये भी हमारे पैराग्राफ में लिखा था कि हाँ व्हिच इज कंट्रोवर्शियल। क्या कंट्रोवर्शियल है? रीजंस फॉर अ फिलोसफिकल इंटरेस्ट। तो जो चीजें कही हैं उनको स्टेप बाय स्टेप आप समझो, और साथ के साथ उन्हें एलिमिनेट करो। one common pattern could not be applied to do questions for assumptions and inference, right? दोनों अलग अलग है, okay? It is implied in the passage that the lawyers, very good. 15th and the last question for the day. After this we will wind up. So look at question number 15. I will share the PDF. Do the balanced questions of this शीट. इट इज इम्प्लाइड इन द पैसेज दैट द लॉयर्स. क्या कहा जा सकता है कि लॉयर्स के बारे में, बताइए.
D.
अच्छा, और
C.
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 ओके.
C.
B.
Okay, it is implied in the passage that the lawyers क्या है, less concerned है, more concerned है, किससे concerned है और किससे concerned नहीं है. ठीक है. So let me read the last paragraph because see, it talks about two things only. It talks about normative aspect of law. We should know whether they were concerned for the same or not. Else it talks about the another point of view which is confined to philosophical aspect of law, right, or the social dimension. So I think what we can eliminate at the first is something related to this, are more concerned with the social dimensions. We have no clue about it, whether they are more concerned about it. Next, what we can eliminate is they are less concerned with the specific jurisdiction. So we have no idea about these 2 points. What is being talked here is more about philosophical aspect, and then we have talked about the normative social practice. So for you, I will explain it from this second paragraph. Yes, absolutely right. Who answered this?
Akshit Jindal.
अक्षित. अच्छा, तुम्हें बड़ा तुक्का लगाया अक्षित, बहुत बढ़िया. ओके, चलिए अब हम इसको समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. Yeah. Okay, just 1 second. So I'm reading it from here. However, even if there are such universal characteristics of law, which is controversial, the reasons for a philosophical interest is elucidating, they remain to be explained. So देखिए यहाँ पर भी अब वो कह रहा है कि philosophical जो हमारा इंटरेस्ट है वो भी कम हो रहा है. First, there is the sheer intellectual interest in understanding such a complex social phenomena, which is after all one of the most intricate aspects of human culture. So वो कह रहा है कि पहला रीजन यहाँ पर क्या है कि फिलोसफिकल इंटरेस्ट जो है बहुत समझाने पे समझ आता है. उसका फर्स्ट क्या है कि देयर इज शेयर मींस, अभी मैंने बताया था कि क्या होता है कि भाई एक कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी रहती है इस चीज को समझने में कंप्लीटली. यानी कि अगर हम उसे पूरी तरह समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, इंटेलेक्चुअल इंटरेस्ट इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग, क्या समझने में, सच अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सोशल फिनोमेना, यानी कि ये एक कॉम्प्लेक्स सोशल फिनोमेना है विच इज आफ्टर ऑल वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंट्रिकेट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन कल्चर. यानी कि वो कह रहा है फिलोसफिकल इंटरेस्ट को पूरी तरह से समझने के लिए एक कॉम्प्लेक्स सिचुएशन है ये. उसे पूरी तरह से समझने के लिए आपको उसकी बहुत छोटी छोटी बारीकियों को समझना होगा. दूसरी बात क्या कहता है कि अब कहता है लॉ हाउएवर इज आल्सो अ नॉर्मेटिव सोशल प्रैक्टिस, जो कि ये करता है. और लास्ट में क्या कहता है, सेकंड 1 2 3 4 फोर्थ लास्ट लाइन में स्टूडेंट्स वो ये भी कहता है, देखिए, दैट लॉ इज नॉट ओनली नॉर्मेटिव डोमेन. अब हमने समझा कि लॉ इज नॉट ओनली नॉर्मेटिव डोमेन इन आवर कल्चर, मोरालिटी, रिलीजन, सोशल कन्वेंशन, सब चीजें जरूरी हैं. तो वो क्या कह रहा था अल्टीमेटली कि दोनों ही चीजें, चाहे आप फिलोसफी ऑफ लॉ की बात करो या फिर आप बात करो कि नॉर्मेटिव एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लॉ की, तो दोनों ही चीजें बड़ी कॉम्प्लेक्स है. वो दोनों होलसम, यानी कि पूरी तरह से लॉ को कन्फाइनली एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकती हैं. उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको, उसके लिए आपको बाकी चीजों को भी ध्यान देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि लॉ के अंदर तो कल्चर, मॉरलिटी, रिलीजन सब कुछ आता है. अब वो कह रहा है क्या समझा जा सकता है भाई इस बात से कि लॉयर्स क्या, दैट द लॉयर्स विल, व्हाट विल दे डू, वो क्या करेंगे. तो स्टूडेंट्स, लॉयर्स का जो प्राइमरी इंटरेस्ट है वो हमारे फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ से हम lawyers interest in particular issues and they are concerned with the specific law under certain jurisdiction and not with the generalized normative aspect of life. So what could be understood here? I'm reading it here now. So according to the, so what is the law in particular? This is always a local question. Answers to it are bound and different according to specific jurisdiction in which they are. On contrast, philosophy of law is interested in the general question. So ultimately कोई एक रीजन, कोई एक एरिया नहीं है जिसमें लॉ, जो लॉयर्स जो है ना बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है. तो वी कैन नॉट से कि भाई वो यहाँ पर फिलोसफिकल के लिए ज्यादा कंसर्न है या वो सोशल डायमेंशंस के लिए ज्यादा कंसर्न है. तो ज्यादा कंसर्न तो देखो स्टूडेंट्स वो दोनों में से किसी के लिए भी नहीं है. बट हम क्या कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि इन दी एंड हमें फिर से कहा गया कि लॉ जो है सिर्फ नॉर्मेटिव नहीं है, ये इसमें और भी चीजें आती हैं. तो हम कह सकते हैं दैट लॉयर्स आर लेस कंसर्न विद द नॉर्मेटिव एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लॉ, क्योंकि बाकी इस और डी तो हम कह ही नहीं सकते कि वो इसमें ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है, इसमें ज्यादा कंसर्न है. और बी कह देता है कि वो स्पेसिफिक जुरिस्डिक्शन के लिए कम कंसर्न है. लेकिन सारी चीजों को इन ऑल देखते हुए वी हैव टू convert it to something general conclusion type of a thing. What can be the option number, which can be only option number A. I hope things would have become clear to you after this detailed explanation. Anything now? Would anybody like to anything? I hope this is clear. So for 13 the answer was C, for 14 the answer was again C, and for 15 it was A. So is this clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you so much everyone for joining the class. And this is one announcement for all those who have joined bit late, like Shweta and maybe Prashant, who were going in and out more frequent. You please take the recording of this session so that it becomes clear from the beginning till the end. Right. So now I'm going to sign off. I'm ending this session. Thank you so much everyone for joining. Soon the sheet
Thank you,
will be
ma'am.
there in your respective
Thank you,
groups.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
hope you all like the session.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.